Amidst opposition accusations that Manipur has been neglected in the union budget, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has firmly rebutted the claims. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh meets Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari to discuss the progress of ongoing national highway projects in Manipur. And state observed 25th Kargil Vijay Diwas at the first Manipur Rifle Banquet Hall in Imphal. Minister Thongam Biswajit remarks sacrifices made by security forces for the motherland will be always remembered and cherished. Hello and welcome. You're watching ISCOM English News and I'm Ruby Unkai with you. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. Amidst opposition accusations that Manipur has been neglected in the union budget, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has firmly rebutted the claims. Addressing the concerns, Chief Minister stated that it's their petty politics. Manipur has already received not less than 250 crore rupees for hailstorms and flood, and the state has already distributed it to the people. The opposition's criticism focused on the perceived lack of financial allocation for Manipur in the recent budget. However, Singh said that substantial funds have already been allocated and effectively utilized to address natural disaster impacts. The controversy escalated earlier on July 23rd when Lok Sabha MP Dr. Angomcha Bimol Akoijam condemned the Union Budget 2024 for allegedly neglecting internally displaced persons IDPs in Manipur. Dr. Akoijam criticized the budget for its failure to include flood relief or a rehabilitation package for the IDPs. While the budget did allocate funds for flood and irrigation issues in other states such as Bihar, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Sikkim, it did not address the severe flooding or the IDPs crisis in Manipur. Even Assam MP Gaurav Gogoi criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, claiming they lack an understanding of the complexities and aspirations of the northeastern region.
अरे कितना मिला हुआ है अभी हम लोग का मणिपुर का तो बजट में नाम लेना वो पीटी मैटर है वो तो ऑपोजिशन का पीटी पॉलिटिक्स है मणिपुर को जस्ट ये हेल स्टॉर्म का फ्लड का हम लोग को नॉट लेस देन 250 करोड़ पहले से मिल चुका है और वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड टू द पीपल्स
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren met with the Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, in New Delhi today to discuss the progress of ongoing national highway projects in Manipur. The meeting comes as part of Singh's visit to the capital for a high-level Niti Aayog conference involving chief ministers from across India. Sources close to the Chief Minister's office revealed that Singh is seeking an audience with Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his stay in Delhi. If arranged, this would mark their first meeting since violent clashes erupted in Manipur on May 3, 2023. The Niti Aayog conference that commences today will bring together state leaders and central government officials to address pressing issues and formulate collaborative development strategies. Singh is accompanied by key state officials for these discussions. State Power Minister Thongam Biswajit and Water Resources Minister Awang Bao Nyumai joined various ministers, MLAs and officials to observe Kargil Vijay Diwas at the 1st Battalion Manipur Rifle Banquet Hall today. The event saw heartfelt tributes paid to all the martyrs of the Kargil War. Taking to X, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh wrote, and I am quoting, "On this solemn occasion of Kargil Vijay Diwas, we pay tribute to the brave soldiers who fought valiantly and laid down their lives for our nation. May their legacy continues to inspire us to uphold the values of patriotism and unity." At the function in Imphal today, Thongam Biswajit remarked that sacrifices of the security forces for the motherland will always be remembered and cherished.
Sarsawa abadi Air Force Station sta akoina ko celebrate amadi laiba observe to ski manam si akhoni hariba Air Force Station asigi helicopter unit 152 na Almighty Armor haina akoi khangnaba akoi Kargil lan phamse da akoi operation safeguard haidana chouba thaudang laukiba aduga lona na hariba operation safeguard se da akoi thona laiba kaya asopan amadi nangkiba aduga lona sigi butuga akoi ningchang ba aduga akoi yamna tremendous kari ha historic oiba achievement ama tawkiba duga si ningchang ba haiduna akoi mafam se yamna akoi chauna silaga pangthoi haidana ai thamjage aduga.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid homage to the Kargil war martyrs to mark the 25th anniversary of India's victory over Pakistan in 1999 war. The Prime Minister laid a floral wreath at the Das War Memorial to pay tributes to officers and soldiers of the armed forces who made the supreme sacrifice in service of the nation. On July 26, 1999, the Indian Army announced the successful culmination of Operation Vijay, declaring victory over a nearly 3-month-long battle on the icy heights of Kargil in Ladakh. Governor Anusuya Uike presented monetary assistance to an 11-year-old girl residing in a relief camp owing to ethnic violence at the Raj Bhavan in Imphal. Lai Parakpam Kirantmala Chanu, a gymnast who participated in the Inter Sports Authority of India SAI Artistic Gymnastic Tournament 2024 held at Kolkata recently, along with her father and 2 others, met with the governor at Raj Bhavan in Imphal yesterday. The family of the gymnast has been residing in a relief camp since last year due to the ethnic violence. But the girl was later admitted to the SAI. The governor appreciated the talent of the 11-year-old gymnast, and as a token of appreciation, she donated a sum of 25,000 rupees to the gymnast. Kiran Mala, along with her father, thanked the governor for the love and support. In the ongoing ethnic violence between the Meiteis and Kukis, over 60,000, including 20,000 children, are displaced in Manipur, and over 230 persons lost their lives. After a series of successes in induced breeding of locally grown Meitei Sereng, Walagu Atu, the newly had Sereng seeds attained a sizable growth of 12.7 centimeter, which is equivalent to 5 inches within a period of 20 days. The Office of the Directorate of Fisheries informed this in a press statement today. The press statement further informed that the local Sereng breeder, Laimujam Dinamani Singh of Tentha Kunau in Thoubal district, is astonished at the rapid rate of growth the Sereng seeds have attained. He said that achieving the maiden success in breeding and amazing growth rate have relieved him from the tension of the uncertainties of survival of seeds. He also expressed that he has always been confined to his farm ponds for 24/7, overseeing the growth progress of new Sereng babies and preparing for second round of breeding. The interest and monitoring activities of officials of State Fisheries Department, particularly shown by the director, is overwhelming, he added. Dinamani opined that he attached spiritual elements in growing and breeding of Meitei Sereng. The ritual of breeding Sereng fish is very complicated, as no success is achievable if hatchery progress is taken up during the Yum Mangba, a Manipuri ritual which connotes birth or death of a dear one in the family or relative within the clan. In fact, one should follow a strict disciplinary protocol in rearing and breeding the fish, he commented. Dinamani dedicates his success in Sereng breeding to Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh for his encouragement and motivation for revival of the most prized fish in Manipur, and Director of Fisheries Manipur for his consistent moral and physical support extended from time to time. Based on reliable information from 33 Assam Rifle, a combined team of Kaching Commando Unit led by Commando OCS Birla, along with one column of 33 Assam Rifle, one platoon of A 126 Battalion, and a team of Hyanglam Police recovered huge catch of arms and explosives from Karung Path under Hyanglam Police Station. The operation was conducted under the supervision of Additional SP Binoy Chongtam and under the overall supervision of Superintendent of Police of Kaching District, Thokchom Bikramjit Singh. On searching the area, the combined team recovered a huge catch of arms and explosives, including one carbine with magazine, one bolt-action 303 rifle, one 2-inch smoke shell, one SLR magazine, one inch-size LMG magazine, 536 HE grenade, 10 303 live rounds, 4 AK-4 rifle live rounds, 6 9mm live rounds, 5 SLR live rounds, 5 detonators, 4 blank cartridges, 2 helmet, 1 bulletproof vest, 1 military belt, 7 5.56-inch SAS rounds, and 1 Nokia mobile phone without battery and SIM card. A case has been taken up at Hyanglam Police Station and being investigated into. A combined team from state and central forces in their continuous raid-cum operations at 3 hideouts of miscreant unearthed a large number of arms, ammunition and explosives in 2 districts of Manipur yesterday. In their first operation in the northern Mongbung Reach in Kangpokpi district, several items, including a ball-action improvised .303 rifle, 2 ball-action .303 rifles, 2 12-bore single-barrel guns, 4 HE-36 hand grenades, 1 range improvised mortar, 2 Bofang handset, and 1 Mark III A2 grenade were recovered. During the operation, a sniffer dog was pressed into services. In another operation at the Govazang hideout of the same district, the security forces seized 1.22 rifle with a magazine, 1 single-bore barreled rifle, 2 9mm pistol with a magazine, 1 7.65 mm pistol with a magazine, 1 HE-36 hand grenade without detonator, and 1 Chinese grenade. In the southern Kaching District Police Commandos, 46 Assam Rifles and 131 Battalion of BSF seized some explosives from the Waikong Loppuching area under the Waikong Police Station. The explosive, including 181mm misfired rusted mortar shell, 2 hand grenades and 2 smoke shells were recovered during a cordon and search operation. The seized items have been handed over to the Manipur Police. A film from Manipur is making waves on the international cinema scene. Boong, directed by Lakshmi Priya Devi, has been selected for its world premiere at the prestigious Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF 2024. The film tells the story of a young Manipuri boy named Boong who sets out to find his father as a surprise gift for his mother. His journey leads to an unexpected discoveries and a new beginning for his family. Devi, making her directorial debut with Boong, drew inspiration from her own childhood experiences in Manipur. The narrative emerged as she sought to reconcile with challenging aspects of her past in the region. Before stepping into the director's chair, Devi gained valuable experience as the first assistant director on notable productions including Luck by Chance, Talash, PK, and A Suitable Boy. Boong is a joint production of Excel Entertainment, Chalkboard Entertainment, and Suitable Pictures. It will be showcased in the Discovery section of the 49th TIFF, scheduled from September 5th to 15, 2024. This year's TIFF lineup boasts an impressive array of world premieres and international selections. Angelina Jolie's war drama Without Blood, a Bruce Springsteen documentary, and Mike Leach tragic comedy Hard Truths are among the high-profile entries. The festival will also feature works starring acclaimed actors such as Alicia Vikander, Lupita, Steve Coogan, Ralph, Jennifer Lopez, Selma Hayek, Lily James, and Reese Ahmed. TIFF 2024 opens with Ben Stiller's comedy Nutcrackers, directed by David Gordon Green, and closes with Rebel Williams' musical comedy The Deb, set in rural Australia. The selections continue the festival's tradition of showcasing crowd-pleasing films at its bookends. To pay tribute to the valor, courage, sacrifice and unwavering dedication of Indian soldier, the Assam Rifle orchestrated a solemn Kargil Vijay Diwas observance at Khang Silung Higher Secondary School, Khopum Noni district to instill a profound sense of nationalism and duty in the younger generation. The ceremony was attended by 190 enthusiastic students and 18 dedicated teachers. The commemoration commenced with a flag hoisting ceremony led by a collective assembly of students on the school premises. A motivational lecture was delivered by the company commander to foster national pride among the attendees. Further, a motivational movie was screened to inspire and guide the youth along the path of patriotism and dedication. The event concluded with an engaging interactive session followed by light refreshments. The principal and staff of Khang Silung Higher Secondary School expressed their sincere gratitude towards the Assam Rifles for their role in enhancing awareness and fostering a sense of community on this significant day. They also extended heartfelt gratitude to all soldiers for their selfless service and dedication to the nation. The first Tadwi Taco Salamander Tylotodrium, a festival of Himalayan crocodile newt of Jaimeng Lake, jointly organized by Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, Government of Manipur and Jaimei Joint Development Committee, was held today at Tonglang Akutpa village in Kangpokpi district. The festival was graced by Kangpokpi DC Mahesh Hiralal Chowdhury, President of Liangmei Naga Council R. Machun Daubao, Manipur, Chief of Tonglang Akutpa, NG Kangbao, Chief of Tonglang Atongba, CH Karambao, and President of Jaimei Joint Development Committee as Chief Guest, Special Guest, Guest of Honor, and President respectively. The Himalayan crocodile newt, locally known as Tadwi Taco, is an endangered species only found in a confined microhabitat of Jaimeng Lake in Kangpokpi district as a wonderful animal in a wonderful lake. Speaking at the festival, Mahesh Hiralal Chowdhury said that the particular species status is endangered, so it becomes the collective responsibility to protect the animal and conserve the lake as well. As part of the festival, subject experts spoke during a workshop on importance of amphibians, benefits and need for conservation, talk on present status and prospects on Himalayan crocodile newt Tadwi Taco conservation. Cultural dances and choreography from various cultural troupes were also performed during the festival. Many people, including village authority leaders, church leaders, CSOs leaders coming from Chawang Kining village, Tonglang Akutpa and Tonglang Atongba and surrounding villages took part in the first Tadwi Taco festival. On the concluding day tomorrow, a site visit to Jaimeng Lake will be held with the concerned officials and subject experts to review the site assessment. Water Resources Minister Awangbao Nyumai inaugurated a hostel facility for trainees and officials under the National Hydrology Project undertaken by the Water Resources Department. The inaugural function was held in presence of Water Resources Commissioner Ningtojam Joffrey and Chief Engineer of Water Resources Department Remei Alimmei. The hostel will provide a state-of-the-art facility for our trainees and officials, enabling them to focus on their critical work in hydrology and water resource management. This project is a significant step towards enhancing our nation's hydrological capabilities and ensuring water security for future generations. The Sagnai Ethnic Park received top honors at 2024 Asia Architect Design Awards. Huidrom Design Studio has been selected as a winner in the prestigious 2024 Asia Architect Design Awards AADA with its Emerging Asia team in Bangkok. The winners' night held at Bangkok in Thailand, an unforgettable evening filled with elegance, celebrations and networking opportunities. Architects, designers, industry professionals and distinguished guests gathered to applaud the remarkable achievement of the award winners and celebrate their significant contributions to the architectural landscape of Asia. This prestigious platform celebrates and honors extraordinary architectural accomplishments across the diverse landscape of the Asian continent, highlighting the innovative and visionary designs that are reshaping and defining the built environment in this dynamic region. A bomb explosion occurred near the Indo-Myanmar border at pillar number 8, 9 and 10 on Wednesday. The explosion, suspected to be planted by Kuki National Army Burma, claimed the life of one Naga Army cadre and left two others injured. The deceased has been identified as Major Hosea Asumi, son of Zento Asumi of Tosiju village in Nagaland. The two other injured individuals are yet to be identified at the time of filing this report. According to sources, preliminary reports suggest that the explosions may have been caused by landmines planted along the Indo-Myanmar border. However, a detailed information is still awaited from official sources. A condolence service of late Lieutenant Colonel Hosea Asumi was organized by the government of the People's Republic of Nagalim Tangkhul regions on Wednesday at WTR Hall, Ukhrul headquarters, as per sources. The Mount Burial system of the Ahom dynasty in Assam's Moidams has been included in the UNESCO World Heritage List, making it the first cultural property from the Northeast to get the coveted tag. The decision was taken during the ongoing 46th session of the World Heritage Committee, WHC, being held in India. Moidams was submitted as India's nomination for the inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage List for the year 2023 to 2024. Announcing the same, Assam Chief Minister on his ex-handle wrote, the Moidams make it to the UNESCO World Heritage List under the category Cultural Property, and that this is a great win for Assam. He thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi, members of the UNESCO World Heritage Committee, and to the people of Assam for this coveted recognition. Earlier, the International Council on Monuments and Sites, ICOMOS, recommended the inclusion of Assam's Moidams on the UNESCO World Heritage List. The Moidams are Mount Burial sites from the Ahom dynasty. Janwich Sama of the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, confirmed that Moidam met the necessary criteria for the UNESCO Heritage Tag. The Moidams are unique burial mounds used by the Thai Ahom dynasty, characterized by pyramid-like structures. The nomination was submitted for the 2023 to 2024 cycle. Moidams are vaulted chambers, often double-storied, that have an arch passage for entry. Atop the hemispherical mud mounds, layers of brick and earth are laid. The base of the mound is reinforced by a polygonal toe wall and an arch gateway on the west, according to the UNESCO website. On specific input of BSF, a joint operations with Jatrapur Police was launched in the depth area of BOP Janpur in Tripura last evening. During the joint operation, the combined team of BS7 and police recovered 4 drums of ganja weighing 35 kilograms approximately from the house of Iman Miant, a resident of Barnarai Yanpur in Jatra district. The drums also contained 3,760 bottles of Benadryl syrup, To prevent the seizure and obstruct the personnel on duty, the mob also attacked the joint operation party and started pelting stones, in which the driver of the BSF vehicle got injured. Taking advantage of stone pelting by locals, owner of the house fled away from the spot. Joint operation party showed extreme restraint while dealing with the unruly mob, avoiding collateral damage. Now the sports news. The Paris Olympics 2024 will be declared open with one-of-a-kind opening ceremony through the Seine River in French capital. The Olympics 2024 opening ceremony will begin at 7:30 p.m. local time, 11 p.m. IST, and conclude at 11:15 p.m. local time, 3 a.m. IST on Saturday. Notably, Mirabai Chanu is India's only athlete to feature in weightlifting at the Paris Games. She eyes her second back-to-back medal, having won the silver medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Chanu will feature in the women's 49 kg category. The extraordinary opening ceremony breaks away from traditions by moving outside of the stadium. Instead, athletes will be celebrated abroad, both along the Seine River, providing the unique spectacle that spans a 6-kilometer route. The 117-member Indian contingent aims to fly the Indian tricolor high in the French capital and aims to exceed last year's performance by a decent margin. Leading the Indian contingent, star scuttler PV Sindhu and veteran table tennis athlete Sarat Kamalt are the official flag bearers for India at the Paris Olympics and will hold the flag together while going through the iconic Seine River. Now the headlines once again. Amidst opposition accusations that Manipur has been neglected in the union budget, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has firmly rebutted the claims. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh meets Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, to discuss the progress of ongoing national highway projects in Manipur. And state observes 25th Kargil Vijay Diwas at first Manipur Rifle Banquet Hall in Imphal. Minister Thongam Biswajit remarks sacrifices made by security forces for the motherland will always be remembered and cherished. That is all the news we have at the moment. Thank you for watching ISCOM English News. Have a good night.